There we go. Oh, sorry, we had internet connection and it wouldn't connect. Welcome, Alicia. First timer much? Just kidding. All right, we'll get a couple people jumping on. Hey, CJ, how are you? Hey, Aaron. How is everybody? Holy cow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just jumped on. We already have 5 people. You are so welcome. I'm glad I have a couple minutes to do this. Again, it's going to be kind of a short one, but yeah, thank you guys so much for inviting everybody. It's going to be a little bit short because I have a couple of appointments coming up. Let's see, really quick. I'm going to wait for, I already forgot her name. I feel bad. The English woman. What was her name again? I just started following her, and I can't remember what her name was. That's right, Dawn. So hopefully she'll be able to jump on. She's probably still making her tea, but when she gets on, we'll jump right in and get started. But all right, how is everybody, by the way? And CJ, I meant to ask as well. How are you feeling? Hey, Carrie, how are you? Thanks. I appreciate that, CJ. Have you felt since we worked yesterday? Awesome. Were you processing a little bit yesterday? How did that feel? How did that go? It's different for everybody, and so I wanted to know kind of the processing you had to go through. If you feel comfortable sharing, of course. So you laughed and cried. As is to be expected. All good, as long as you're ending with laughing, right? And I'm glad that today's better. Hopefully you don't have to continue going through that. Hopefully it only lasted a couple days, but darn, I'm hoping she'll jump on so I can work on her because she was really, really interested. Oh, you're so very welcome. Yeah, Alicia, thanks for inviting people. Hey, Dawn, how are you? We've been waiting for you. So for those of you who are first timers, I am Karsten Shields. I don't claim to be anything special. You guys flattered me. Angela, CJ, thank you so much. I just work by following what the spirit of the universe, whatever your guys' belief system is. Welcome, Melissa. I'm kind of a messenger or an instrument in somebody else's hands. It's not me doing the work. But hello, how are you? But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So what I want to do, Dawn, since you were in in Angela's scope, you had a couple. You kind of wanted to know how this worked, and so what I want to do. Thank you, Angela, for inviting. What I'd like to do is maybe work on you and kind of show you how this works, and if we have a little bit of time, maybe work on somebody else. But Dawn, do you have your hands raised? Perfect. You're up. So, do you by any chance have any physical pain that's just been eating at you forever, that you just can't seem to kick? Maybe you see doctors and they just cannot figure out what's going on. Have you had something like that that's been going on for a while? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, you do. So if you feel comfortable, what I want to do is kind of get to know that pain a little bit. And so if you don't mind sharing, what is the pain? Where is it located? And for how long have you had it? And welcome everybody else who's jumping in. Official at Java DGA. Awesome. Welcome everybody. If this is your guys' first time, very happy to have you guys here. For those of you just jumping on, we're going to be working with Dawn. So big toe arthritis, you're 45 tomorrow. Woohoo! That's right. Happy birthday tomorrow. So big toe arthritis. So how long have you had that pain in your big toe? Okay, you teach a form and dance. So yeah, that would be pretty painful, I would imagine. And also, how long have you had the pain? But also, on a pain scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt. Welcome, Vicky. How are you? Where would you rate that pain from 1 to 10? So the past 6 months have been tough. Okay. So, hey, how are you? So what we want to do is we want to find out about where on that pain scale you are. So you're probably at a 6 occasionally. It gets close to a 6. So what we want to do, before I jump on with anybody else, and CJ, Angela, everybody can attest to this who I worked on. I like to ask, I like to first of all give credit where credit is due. Thank you so much, CJ. Have a good one. I want to give credit where credit is due. I don't know what your guys' belief system is, especially your belief system, Don, but I choose to believe that the universe or the higher power is God, and that we are all children of God, and God wants us all to be happy, and wants every single morsel of our bodies to be happy. And so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and ask him for help, since this is, hallelujah. So that's actually where all of this comes from, and I really am flattered that you guys are giving me so much credit. None of this is me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just an instrument in God's hands. And so what I want to do is I want to be that instrument again, for Don. But what I need your guys' help with is I'm going to go ahead and just take a brief minute. I'm going to ask God. I'm just going to say a quick silent prayer and ask him for help, and thank him, of course, for the impending success he's going to give us. And so I want kind of a group effort. And so if you guys are willing, maybe have a moment of silence and say a kind of a silent prayer on your guys' end. I want us to all kind of group up and have a kind of a group. What I'm trying, group prayers. Just kind of I want us to join, that energy, and I want us to kind of team up in helping Dawn with her big toe and that pain that she's had. She said, it gets up to a 6, and so give me just a brief second. I'll go ahead and ask for that help, and then I'll kind of go from there. So if you just give me just a quick second. So, since we all have this mutual desire to help you, Don, we've already made an energetic connection. And I've kind of made more of a connection than anybody else, just because I'm the one that's going to be working as your proxy. And so I'm just going to kind of set my phone down. I hope it doesn't fall. I hope you can even see me. I guess I can just work with it. Yeah, thank you so much. Oops, sorry, I'm feeding the little guy and working at the same time, so I apologize for any delay we may have. But so what I want to do is kind of pull up a little bit of information. You said you were, did you say you were 40? I couldn't remember. I'm so sorry. That's one of my flaws too. I forget very quickly. Oh, 45. Okay, perfect. So, Dawn, you are 45. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of keep a couple of notes. And I'm just working here on Microsoft Word. I just have a nice Word document opened up. That's my information that I'll give you guys a little bit later. I'm going to go ahead and record the things that we find. And I work with a system called the body code system. And the body code system is not my own, which is one of the many reasons why I can't take credit for this work. I am just an instrument in God's hands, and I'm just a passer of this information and kind of a helper in that way. And so the body code system, it looks kind of like this. And I apologize if my phone doesn't focus. There we go. So it's a table, it's a map of the 6 major underlying imbalances that one can feel in their body. And so what we'll do is we'll actually ask your body on a subconscious level. We'll ask you, your body, or your spirit, what have you, your energy, if you will, whatever your belief system is. We're going to ask that on a subconscious level, different yes or no questions regarding, what's causing your pain in your toe, because medical doctors, pharmacists, they're going to give you prescriptions for drugs that just mask the pain. And for those whom I worked with, and I've been able to relieve their pain, I didn't mask anything. I literally relieved their pain by removing the underlying causes for that pain instead of just simply masking it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask your body what the underlying causes are for your pain. You said you've been, you teach a specific form of dance. And you've probably, taught that for many years, and so it's very possible we're going to get a lot of trauma from dancing for so long. But I don't know. This is just me consciously thinking out loud. This might be this, that might be that. But the important thing is to ask your body and allow God to give us the answers, through your body and through His Spirit. And so what we're going to do is, if it's okay, what we do is we ask these questions, and then we confirm the answers with muscle testing, or applied kinesiology, if you will. And if I had the use of both my hands, I'd use a form called the ring and ring. I'll show you really quick. I'll put my foot down. Yeah, exactly. The ring and ring is just when I gently pull my fingers apart. When they stay strong and together, that's a yes answer, and when they pull apart, that's a no answer. And so what I'll do, since I'm only able to use my right hand, I'm going to use what's called the hand solo method. And that's just when I kind of keep my finger up and I push down, and if it's strong, it's yes. If it's weak, it's no. And so you'll kind of confirm that, or you'll see that on your guys' end. And so let's jump to it. So Don, you said you have your pain in your big toe. And which toe did you say it was? Was it your left or right? In your right big toe, okay? So right big toe. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask if there's an underlying imbalance in your body that is causing or contributing to that pain in your right big toe. And so by confirming this answer, or by pushing down on my finger, I'm getting a very, very strong yes. There's an underlying cause for it. It might be exactly what you're thinking, but it might be something completely different from what you're thinking. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the map. Oh, gosh. Bird drag. You are one messy eater, dude. You know that? I'm so sorry, guys. Hang on. There you go. All right. Back to it. I apologize. So we have a yes. There is something causing this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the body code chart. And we're going to ask, is the underlying imbalance for your right toe pain, or the pain in your big right toe? Oh, come on, focus. Sorry, I want you to see this. There we go. Is the imbalance due to something on the right side of this chart or something on the left? And it's on the right. And so, thanks. So is it due to a pathogen? No. Is it due to some kind of a misalignment? Yes. Is it something in nutrition and lifestyle? No, it's not. So we know right off the bat it's a misalignment of some kind. It could be in the skeleton, but it could be in pretty much anything else in the body that's misaligned at this time. Yeah, you're very silly and very smiley. You're very distracting. And so, this misalignment, is the misalignment in the skeleton? Yes. Is it anything else on the left? No. So it's in the skeleton, and now that we know it's in the skeleton, we pretty much know where in the skeleton it is. But I'll show you the form that I use. Is it in the axial or the appendicular? It's in the appendicular. Is it in the upper limbs or the lower limbs? It's in the lower. And is it in the leg or the pelvis or indeed the foot? And it is. So here's the fun part. So we'll ask what part of the foot is unhappy. Hello. Because there's several different bones in the foot. And so is the imbalance somewhere on the right side of this map? Yes. Or is it on the left? No. So is it the distal phalanges or the medial phalanges or the metatarsal bones? So we're already knowing that it's the big toe, the distal phalange on the right side. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to write that down. You have pain in the right big toe due to an unhappy distal phalange. Oops. I'll probably have to make this look pretty afterward. But so we already know that it's that that bone and that toe. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask if there's a reason why that particular bone is unhappy. And I say unhappy because, again, I believe that God created all of us to have joy in our own sphere and every morsel of our being. That includes the teeny little bone in our big toe. And welcome, Fusion of Tarot. And so because this particular bone is unhappy, we're going to find out why. So we can release the negative energy that's causing it to be unhappy and resolve it. Hey, how are you? So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the map. And we're going to ask, from the home page, is the distal phalange, is your distal phalange unhappy due to something on the right or the left? Is it an energy? Yes, it is. Now, there are several different kinds of energies. Is the energy on the right or the left? Is it post-traumatic? Yes, it is. So is the post-traumatic energy somewhere on the right or the left? Is it a psychic trauma or is it physical trauma? So we already know it's physical trauma. We kind of already knew that. But what we're going to do is we're going to find out at what age you received this physical trauma. We're going to see if that rings true for you. And so what we'll do, since you are 45, we're going to ask if you felt this physical trauma before the age of 20 or after 30, after 40, No. So it was after 30. Was it after 35? No. So we already know that the trauma was felt between 30 and 35. And that's true. So did you feel this physical trauma that's causing your right big toe to be unhappy? Did you feel this trauma at age 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35? So at 33, you felt this particular emotion, or this physical trauma. Would that ring true in any way, shape, or form for you? So you're thinking. So, I mean, with you, teaching dance, it's possible that it might not have been like a huge trauma. It might not have been like an accident or anything. You might have just, dancing all day, all night. You had a very excited 30s. So, for all we know, I mean, you could have just been dancing your heart out, and you might have just maybe stubbed it a little bit. But the trauma of stubbing that toe the way you did, it's been sitting in your big toe for a good 12 years. And so that trauma that's been sitting there, it hasn't been released. Maybe, you feel like you healed. The pain was maybe not as bad as it was in that moment, but you said that within the last 6 months it's been just gnawing at you. And so that is, your body is saying that it's because of this particular incident at 33. Whatever happened, and it's about a year plus or minus in accuracy, so it could have been 32, 33, or 34 when you actually had, some kind of a spill, or, maybe you stubbed your toe, or just kind of, hit it wrong when you were dancing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask your body if we need to know any more about that physical trauma, and no, we don't. And so what we do is, since for those energy workers that work with meridians in the acupuncture systems, there's a meridian. It's a river of energy that just flows in the body, and it's called the governing meridian. And the governing meridian starts at the top of the lip, goes up over the top of the head, down the back of the neck, clear down to the tailbone, and it flows in a figure-8 kind of motion. And so when we bring to conscious awareness these negative energies, if they're emotional or if they're trauma energies like this, they pop up somewhere along this governing meridian. And so what we do is we apply pure energy. And for those that use crystals, if you were to do that, that's fine. I use my fingertips or a magnet, because we have our own magnetic field, and with magnets, that's pure energy. So if you just apply that pure energy, about 3 to 5 swipes along that governing meridian, and just allowing that meridian to flush out that negative energy. I use actually a specific magnet made by Nikken, and Nikken is a Japanese company who makes magnets specifically for healing the body. I just go ahead and I swipe. It's a nice rolly one. I just swipe along that governing meridian about 2, 3, 5 times, and then verify if that energy, that physical trauma energy, has been released, and it definitely has. And a lot of the times with physical trauma, we're going to have inflammation energy accompanying that. And so, if your toe became inflamed at the time of that trauma or shortly after, that energy can very easily just stay in the body and cause problems too. And so we'll ask if there was any inflammation energy accompanying that physical trauma, and there definitely was. And so we're just going to write inflammation energy from the same. And do we need to know more about that? No. So we're going to flush out that negative energy that also popped up to our conscious awareness. And I'm rubbing this on me because we have an asserted effort, to kind of join forces and to kind of to help you. We're all connected with you at this time, but I personally have asked if I can act as your proxy. If I were to say if we are connected and I test, I'm getting that yes. And if I can act as your proxy, I'm still getting yes. And so I've set my own needs aside, and I've taken on your needs so that I can help you, relieve you of this pain, but also, answer certain questions about your body. Your body's trying to get us to know. And so what we've done is we've allowed myself to take on your energy, and so these energies are pumping up along my own governing meridian, but at the same time it's yours. And so if you had a magnet on your end and you were to swipe, when I found these, it would work the same way. And so what we've done is we've asked if that distal phalange was unhappy, and it was, and so we had the physical trauma and the inflammation, and we've released that. So what we'll do is we'll ask if that distal phalange in your right foot, that right big toe bone, the very far one, if it's happy now. And see, we're already getting yes just by getting out that energy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask if there's anything keeping it from being happier. Is there anything hidden keeping that distal phalange from being happier? No. So it's happy in its sphere, as God intended it to be. And so what we're going to do is, since, at the time of that incident, it kind of threw off your little bone in your toe, just ever so slightly, and that energy has kept it from moving right back to where it needs to be. And so since that energy has been sucked out and flushed out, we're going to go ahead and energetically realign. We're going to apply that pure energy into your body, into your meridians, and allow that big toe to realign itself right back to where it needs to be, even if it's a nanometer to the left. We're moving that little toe, or that that big toe bone right back to where it needs to be. And so we'll confirm if that has been realigned energetically and successfully, and it actually has. And so you said you were at a 6. So this is the fun part, and CJ and Angela, everybody can attest to this. This is the fun part, and if you guys want to do like a drum roll or a heart roll, what I want you to do, Dawn, is maybe stand up and walk around your living room or wherever you are. Just stand up, walk around a little bit, put some pressure on that foot, and see if you're still at a 6, or if you actually felt a relief in that pain, if it's been relieved. Quit putting that over your face, dude, crazy kid. And then come back and tell us how you feel after that. And the pressure is definitely on. I mean, I'm just answering, I'm just answering what the body's given me, and I'm just, I just work here. So the pressure is definitely on me, to see if that actually worked. And so come on back, let us know how that toe feels. Oh, bless you. Goodness gracious. It just clicked. And how does it feel? So it clicked. I don't know if if it has had trouble clicking. But you said you were at about a 6. Does that feel better on that pain scale? Would you say it's still at about a 6, or has that dropped significantly? Hey, Megan, how are you? We're doing energy healing, if you didn't know. And I'm working on Dawn and her big toe. She said she's had a lot of really bad pain in her big toe. You're still you're still freaking at the click. Has it not clicked often? I mean, because that could be the the relief that you're getting. It might not be a drastic pain drop like we did with Angela or anybody else that we worked on. It might just be that it's finally clicked and it's and it's crunchy and it's never clicked. So what we've done is we've taken out that energy, that negative energy that's been, hey Jennifer, and we've, so you haven't ever tried, okay, and so it's already clicking, and so what we've done is we've just taken out that energy and allowed it to click, and that's also going to allow it to heal. Is it still at about a 6 on the pain scale, Dawn, or do you feel any kind of relief? And again, pressure's on. So it feels off, but hot. Okay. So what we can do in this case, would you say it's still at about a 6 then? So it does feel odd. Okay. So, I mean, odd is good sometimes. I mean, we don't want you to think that, that we've put anything in there. We've just taken out the negative, and we've allowed the body to begin healing itself and allow, the constant flow of the positive. So what we can do is we're actually going to ask if there's another underlying imbalance in your body that's causing your pain in the right big toe. And there still is. So let's go ahead and go back to the chart, and we're going to see, if it's something else. So here's the chart. I'll just take a second to focus. There we go. And so is the imbalance on the right, is it a pathogen or a misalignment? So it's another misalignment. Is another misalignment in the toe, in the skeleton, in the feet? Yeah, so we'll just go right back to where we were. Go back to the appendicular skeleton, the lower limbs. Quit putting that over your face, Goober. And let's see. And see, we'll go back to the foot. And so, is the imbalance on the right or the left? And so, is it by any chance a proximal phalange? And it actually is. So we worked on the distal first. That's the furthest bone away. But now we're using the proximal phalanges, and that's the bone right below that big toe on the right side. And so, unhappy proximal. Is it happy? No. So it is unhappy proximal. Yeah. And this is Cohen making noises, by the way. Everybody say hi. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask if that is happy, and definitely isn't. So you definitely need it. Awesome. So I'm going to give you some information a little bit later. Please, guys, keep in touch, and I'm going to give you a lot more information that is you need it. Get that out of your face, Goober. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask if there's a reason why that proximal phalange is unhappy. And there is. And it's usually due to the same thing. Is it by any chance unhappy due to the physical trauma and the inflammation energy at 33? And it actually is. So what we'll do is we'll just go up and like copy and paste, copy and paste that information. Copy and paste. There we go. So much harder with left hand. So, or with one hand. So do we need to know any more about any of those? No. So we'll wipe out that physical trauma first. And then what we'll do is we'll wipe out the inflammation energy that you found. And have those both been released. Yes, you love my hair. That's the best part about this work is the magnet hair. And so we'll ask if your proximal phalange is happy now. And it is. So is there anything else keeping it from being happier? No. Is there anything hidden keeping it from being happier? No. So what we'll do is we'll energetically realign that proximal phalange, the one right below the first one that we worked on the right foot, on the big toe. Just move that right back to where it needs to be, ever so slightly. And has that been realigned energetically and successfully? And it has. And so for now the extra fun part, if you want to maybe stand up and walk around one more time, Dawn, allowing that to click. And then I want to see, how the pain feels. If it still kind of feels hot, I just want to kind of get to know what the sensation is. And if you feel any relief in pain, because you said you're at a 6, I just want to know if you're still at a 6 or if you're lower, at a 5, 4, 3, what have you. Yeah. And again, pressure's on, guys. Keep them hearts coming. We need it. Hey, Cayman, how are you? Cayman's my sister. We're working on Dawn, Cayman. We're helping her with her foot. She's had a sore big toe for a while. She teaches dance, and she's been bugging her the last couple of months. So she's up walking around. Okay, so you're so much more aware of your whole foot. So in the past, it sounds like, yeah, you can hear him. So in the past, it sounds like you've just focused more on that big toe because it's been so much pain. So if I'm not mistaken, after having worked on that, you're able to really focus on more of the foot because the pain is definitely lessened. That's awesome. And so on a scale from 1 to 10, if you try to focus on that big toe, are you still at a 6 or where is your pain level right now? So you got to go, thank you so much for coming. Oh, it was Cayman. Thank you so much, Cayman, for coming. And I'll talk to you soon. Give Mom and Dad and everybody a hug for me. So yeah, how does that feel? So this is so strange. I might have missed your last message. Can you actually feel a physical difference? Obviously you can feel a physical difference, but does it still hurt as bad as it did? Or can you actually feel a relief? So less because it's, so redistributed. And so that's actually one of the things that happens too. Sometimes the pain will lessen in such a way that you'll actually be more consciously aware of more pain in the body. And I've come to know, and I've been doing this for about a year, and I could tell you my whole story, but it would take probably another half hour just to tell my story. Maybe I'll have to do a special scope and tell my story, but I was one of the biggest skeptics just over a year ago. And very long story short, I've been doing this for a year. Last week was my anniversary. And I've had nothing but success, and I've come to know and come to find that pain is nothing more than a symptom that the body is giving us. At this time, your body's been saying, this is too much. The last 6 months, your body's been saying, enough is enough. You've got to get this looked at. This trauma has just been sitting in here for 12 years. Yeah, so the study itself is called The Body Code. If you were to Google The Body Code 2.0, and so it definitely has. And so what's happening, and again, I'll give you that information in just a little bit, but what's happening is the body is saying that I'm in pain, and this is why. And so on a conscious level, we can't figure that out. So we go to the doctor, we get pain meds, we're good, we're masking this pain. But what we need to do is we need to ask our bodies, why do we have this pain? What's causing it? It was something 12 years ago, silly. And so what we've done is we've released this. And so since we've taken that out, the body's saying, thank you. Now work on this. Because you've been dancing for all these years, the main problem was your big toe. But now you can kind of realize that, there's a little bit more to that. And so your whole foot is kind of feeling a little bit painful. So your friend has this energy. Yeah. And so it is energy. You know, these particular energies, the physical trauma and inflammation energies that she had. So part of the toe, the manifestation was plantar fasciitis. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. So that's interesting. And so the body was saying plantar fasciitis, so something's going on there, probably having to do with the dancing, probably something else. And so the reason I do these scopes is to, first of all, get you to where you're able to bear your pain. Poor Angela, if she's still on, yeah. Those who tuned into Angela's scope, she was in pain for 8+ years, at an 8 to 10, depending on what she was doing and where she was going, for 8 years. How do you do that? Lower back pain for that long. I spent 20 minutes with her on scope and got her from an 8 to a 0, just by looking into what her body was telling us. Asking her why she hurt so bad and why she felt this pain and what was causing or contributing to it. And so, yeah, it was quite amazing. And so with you, I'm so sad that we didn't have this manifestation where you were from a 6 to a 0, but we at least redistributed that pain, and you're able to now recognize that, okay, body's telling me to do this and this and this. And we did relieve your big toe, so it's not focused on your big toe. So yes, yay for Angela. We are so grateful that she's up and walking and pain-free, almost completely pain-free. And so what I want to do is I want to give you guys my information because I have appointments right now. I'm a little bit late. Yeah, it really is fascinating. And so, Dawn, please keep in touch. I want to know how you feel, and I would love more than anything to kind of work with you guys on a more personal level. I'll be more than willing to give each and every one of you guys a 30-minute kind of a free session, an introductory get-to-know-you session, and kind of work on you. So it is amazing. It's quite awesome. Talk to Angela. And those who are just tuning in, talk to Dawn, follow her, follow Angela. But here's my information, you guys. Sorry, I probably should have made it on a bigger card, and I apologize if it's not really working. So you can work on kidneys, you can work on really anything. It just depends on, your guys' belief that this will work. As we can see, Dawn, I don't know if you're a bit of a skeptic. It sounded kind of like it when you were with Angela. Maybe you weren't a skeptic, but maybe you weren't super familiar with this. Yeah, please email me, you guys. Email me, text me, call me, what have you. Facebook me, for heaven's sake. It's at Karsten Versal Shields. I need to not use marker anymore. So Megan, Alicia, you guys already know me, but let me know if you guys have any more questions. But yeah, so you were a bit of a skeptic, and so we didn't completely. You can totally see this. Please take screenshots, you guys. I apologize, it's kind of blurry. I hope that the resolution is good. Worst case scenario, my email is karsten.shields, SHIELDS, @gmail.com. Just watch the replay. If you can't see the card, do the resolution. On your stress fracture, yeah, we'll be working on that soon. And for those of you guys who don't know, Alicia is my sister-in-law. And so, yeah, energy work really is amazing. And I don't know, Megan, have you done that before? I don't know if you've worked with anybody, but the media just makes us all out to be kooks and just makes it look so weird, and so many methods are, of the devil kind of thing. But we asked God to help us. And so it can work on physical, but it also works on emotional or financial or mental. It really works on any kind of level, just depending on, let me know if you need that card back, but it works on any level. As long as you have the belief that it's going to work, it will work. Yeah, so, yes, okay, Reiki. Yeah, Reiki is, one of those that are just really, really good, and I think the media kind of portrays them in a weird spirit or in a weird way. But, so guys, hello, those who are jumping in. I have to take off and I feel terrible. So your husband has, 5 kidney failure. Well, stage 5 kidney failure. That's why she was asking. Okay, gotcha. And so you did learn a bit of it. Awesome. So, I'd love to chat with you, Megan. Megan's a good friend from junior high and high school, actually. So we got a fun little, family / high school get-together. It's kind of fun. You did massage therapy. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So yes, guys, please let me know. So you'll confess you're an atheist. Okay. And that's fine. As long as you have the belief that something's out there. If it's the universe, if it's God. I choose to believe that it's God just because I was born and raised, in the Mormon faith. The Mormons of Utah, of the U.S. I don't know if you guys have all heard of it, but we have a very, very strong love and a strong belief that, that God is, who created us. And and as Angela was trying to say, I don't do these things to preach. I just share what I believe and then share, what information we've received from God or from the universe in that sense. And as we can clearly see, we didn't drop your pain from a 6 to an absolute 0, but we helped, Don. And that's how this actually works. And so I love more than anything. So how can the kidneys recover? Again, sharing this beautiful gift. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I want to help as many people as I can. And again, I want to offer you guys a free half-hour session. Mondays are my free days, and so it'd be ideal to do it on Monday, but we can work something out if that doesn't work. Sorry, my chapped lips are terrible. We had a weird change in weather today. I've just been gross, but I apologize. But yeah, please let me know. Shoot me an email. Facebook me. I'd be more than happy to become your friend if I'm not already. Shoot me a text. Give me a call, what have you. It might be better online, Don, if you have any questions or concerns through Facebook or email. But I'd love more than anything to schedule a half hour to one-on-one work with you guys. So my baby, he is 4 months old just a couple days ago. Today is the 29th. 3 days ago was his little month anniversary, if you will, his little month birthday. But he's very fun, and he's such a blessing. But let's see really quick. Interested for hobby? Yeah. So what I do is I want to put this on YouTube. And so if you guys look me up on YouTube, I should have put that on my card too. It's just, if you search Karsten Shields, it's a picture of me and my wife. It's weird. YouTube's done weird things with my, this is husband, yeah. So YouTube's done weird things with my accounts. I have like 4 or 3 different accounts, but if you search on YouTube for Karsten Shields, the profile picture is me and my wife in kind of a whiter color of a picture. And so that's my session. I feel bad I'm a little bit late, but please chat. Please let me know. I'm going to put this up on YouTube so you guys can learn. You guys can share. You can Pinterest it. Share it on Pinterest, what have you. Do whatever you want with this. The broadcast itself will only last 24 hours, and so that's why I want to share it on, on YouTube. And then kind of go from there. But please, Facebook me, email me, text, whatever. I would love more than anything to get a free half-hour session with everybody, get to know you, and hopefully, so can I work with 5-stage kidney? I haven't worked with that in the past, but again, it's just a matter of asking the body why they have 5-stage kidney failure, and then, kind of go from there. Healing and processing might be a little bit different, and Don, I apologize in advance if you might feel a little bit more numb or fiery, burny sensations in that toe. That's kind of the body's way of processing the release of all these energies. And so as the body will release these and process that release, you might be emotionally up and down. You might feel a little bit of pain here and there that you might not have felt, or the pain might come back briefly, but that's just the body's way of getting over it, because it's grown so accustomed to keeping that pain in that one area. Yeah, so please report back. And all of you guys, please let me know if you want to schedule a free half-hour session, probably out on Monday, or we can kind of figure out a date, but ultimately, if you guys want, I'd be more than happy to take you on as regular clients and work with you and your family. And, because we met on Periscope, I'm not going to charge full price. And I do charge because, I want to, eventually, make this my business, my career, and helping people full time. I'm very limited with my time due to my full-time job. And so what I do is I'm preparing to make this a business, and I want to give you guys a really good deal. But help you in return. We only had a couple of minutes today, but I can schedule a half hour for free, and then later on maybe we can schedule up to full hour sessions with nonstop working on anything you guys have and relieve you of your physical and emotional pain. I'm running out of breath. But yeah, please let me know, you guys. Again, here's the card. If you want to watch the replay and fast forward to the very end, here it is one more time. It's Karsten Shields. My email is karsten.shields@gmail.com. Facebook is Karsten Versal Shields. That's my middle name, Versal. My phone number is 801-318-0746. And I very, very much look forward to working with every one of you. If you guys have the desire, you're very, very welcome, Angela. Thank you for everything you've done. And I will just talk to you guys very soon. Thank you so much, Don. I hope that you do feel a little bit better as you continue to walk around, allow that body to process the release. Hopefully you do feel even better with that pain. And so, love you all. I got to take off. I got appointments that I'm late for. Don't tell anybody. But I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one. Bye.